Hey folks, Post here, welcome back to another Pokemon Masters video, and today we're going to go over Grimsley's Syng Grid. So Grimsley's Syng Grid is it's hard to say, like, does it make Grimsley better? Yes, but does it solve any of Grimsley's problems? Which is extremely niche, hits like a wet noodle. No, it doesn't. Unfortunately, it doesn't. So let's go over it. Like, Grimsley just doesn't have that great of a grid. Grimsley obviously is a summonable unit, so you get that all the way to 3 out of 5. Right? So we'll go over. I mean, there really isn't much to go over other than 3 out of 5. Like, if you just have like one copy, the only thing you need to do is pick up Ridicure, which occasionally restores user's HP when an opponent's attack move targeting the user's misses. This is the only like important thing at all. Like, other than that, everything else is, you know, your preference, right? If you're trying to do Night Slash and you pick up Bounce Back, and like that's about it for, you know, a 1 out of 5 the Grimsley build, right? You can't even pick up any of these Night Slash power-ups. So that's basically all you can do. Just pick up some like stat nodes after that. I can't even pick up this attack plus 10. So I guess you could get Night Slash move gauge regen. That's about it. Like, if you even if you want to like build like a Dark Pulse build, like, you can't get Indomitable, which, you know, every time your stats get lowered, you have a really good chance of raising your special attack, right? This is especially useful against, you know, opponents and same for Bounce Back, right? Useful against opponents that don't buff their own stats. So that's basically 1 out of 5. You really don't have too many options. A lot of things are just locked. Just get as many nodes as you can, I guess, depending on which build you're going. Physical stuff if you're going for a Night Slash, versus stuff if you're going for Dark Pulse, right? So let's skip 2 out of 5. Let's go right into 3 out of 5. We'll get back to 2 out of 5 later. So Grimsley is weird. Grimsley's just weird. It's just super niche, right? Like, even in like the best case, like, really, like, Grimsley, all its use ever is just to be in the Mewtwo event. Outside of the Mewtwo event, like, this guy is kind of unusable, honestly. Like, look at its stats. Its special attack is lower than Tepig's special attack. Tepig doesn't even have any special moves. It's lower than Eevee's. Like, it has okay-ish physical attack, right? But then your physical attack is Night Slash, that's a 2 move gauge move that does, let's see how much damage. Oh, it does 40 damage with increased crit, right? Like, what? So, I guess, like, honestly, if you want to build like a offensive kit with Liepard, I would just recommend going for Night Slash instead of Dark Pulse, right? Dark Pulse, even though it's a 3 gauge move, it's, you know, really decent power, right? Dark Pulse, 95. His stats just don't, like, what are we doing here, right? Like, if your special attack is like lower than Eevee, then just don't special attack. So, yeah, let's go over a Night Slash build then. Let's pick up all the Night Slash nodes here. Night Slash move gauge refresh down here. A little Night Slash node, and then you got Bounce Back, which, again, every time your stats get lowered, you have a good chance of raising your attack, which is slightly helpful. Like, dude, look at Grimsley's grid, man. 9 energy for like a passive that's not even that great. Because first of all, you need your enemy to lower your stats, and it's not even like 100% raise after you lower your stats, and it's only raises 1. It's just sad. It's just sad. What can we do? So that's basically your base for a Night Slash build, right? If you want to pick any more stuff up, you could grab this attack over here, get some snatch, MP refreshes, maybe get some HP recovery from that. If not, you could also you could go down here and pick up Ridicure, right? Ridicure at 2, and basically just more stats, right? Just more stats. Let's see, here's speed, or if you want, you can pick up, you know, sync move, right? You know, this guy's sync moves pretty interesting, right? It hits decently hard, right? Take out that attack. Although the sync move, I mean, the sync move's not bad, right? So yeah, you could throw up the sync move there. It is a physical, right? So do keep that in mind. So if you really want to go for a Dark Pulse route, like, honestly, I mean, it's just sad that dark types don't have that many strikers. If you don't have Karen, what are you going to do? Are you really going to use Grimsley? Even if in the best case scenario, you use it against Mewtwo, you steal +6 special attack and max crit from Mewtwo, and then you Dark Pulse. What do? 700 damage? 600 damage? That's a 3-gauge move. You're super effective, 3-gauge move. You got your Syng Grid up, and you can, you know, you're struggling to get over 1,000 damage on a 3-gauge move against something you're super effective against. So, I mean, if you want to do it, then go ahead. Dark Pulse. Pick up some of those nodes. Dark Pulse move gauge regen. It's just like Grimsley's base stat is just way like off. Here's a Dark Pulse move gauge regen. If you want Ridicure as well, you get that. If you don't want Ridicure, you could also go for, you know, speed stuff if you want, right? Or speed stuff like stat nodes, or if you want snatch, you could get some snatch stuff, some snatch heals. That's not bad, right? You get inaudible, so like gives you a chance of rating your special attack if any of your stats have been lowered, and then just get, you know, you need special attack nodes. Honestly, just need special attack nodes. Maybe, you know, take one less there, get another special attack node. Any more special attack nodes? I think that's all, right? Damn, you don't even have that many special attack nodes. Yeah, Grimsley is kind of sad. So, oh, one more Night Slash build I forgot to talk about. Pick up Night Slash here. Go here, get bounce back. Where was? Oh, no. Yeah, that's it. And then you could go up here, get an MP refresh on Snatch, get Snatch Propulsion, and then you could get another MP refresh down here with Snatch, right? So the thought process behind this build is basically Night Slash, but you could also use Snatch to reduce your sync move countdown. So when you are using Snatch to do Snatch stats for, you know, Night Slash, this is obviously applies only to stages where you could Snatch stats, right? You hope that you reduce your sync move countdown, and you could deal some damage through your sync move. Basically, that's kind of it. Or you could, you know, not get this and then pick up a, you know, sync move buff, right? Or you get like +10 attack here. Moving on, there's also some kind of like pure support kind of, I wouldn't say support, like more of a tech unit that all it does is just remove opponents' stats and goes for a sync move, right? So you go get all these snatch stuff, you heal yourself when you snatch, which is again great. So this is more like of a Balvilla thing, right? Pick up all these nodes, move gauge refresh, let's see, snatch move gauge refresh up here, and then actually I think get all these nodes, and then we got what, 4 more, right? And then 4 more you could use on whatever other, probably speed, right? You'll probably want speed if you're kind of support thing, just to snatch opponent stats and then heal yourself sometimes when you need to. Or you could not get that last move gauge refresh and then pick up Ridicure over here. right? So that's just a lot of healing. You get healing from Snatch, you get healing from Ridicure when you dodge, right? Grimsley has On the Run, which every time you're in a pinch, it radically raises your evasiveness. That's +6, right? But I guess you could use that in Battle Villa when you're out of MP for All or Nothing, which that just, that gets you, that gets you, I think it's +3 every time you use it, right? Yeah. That gets you +3 evasiveness every time you use it, but also -3 defense every time you use it. So that's why Grimsley, like, I mean, it fits his character. Like, he's the gambling guy, right? High risk, high reward. You either take no damage or you get, like, obliterated by a physical hit, right? So it would be much, much, much better when you're facing Pokemon that use special moves in general in comparison to those who use physical, because when they use physicals and they hit you through evasion, you're kind of screwed. So, yeah, I guess that's basically it. Grimsley, I would say one of the weaker grids in the game. If you have like any other grids you have to work on, just work on those instead, honestly. Like, this thing is literally just only useful for this one event, this Mewtwo event. And like, Grimsley doesn't even speed up the process that much. Grimsley just has a really, really nasty sync move, right? So, I mean, if you just want to use it for this event, honestly, just go for like a sync move build, right? Just do as much damage as you can on your sync move. Is that the cheapest way? Yeah, that's not the cheapest. Is that the cheapest way? Let's see. That's 6. This is 7. Well, you are getting attack on here anyway, so pick up that, yeah, and then just get as much physical attack nodes as you can, right? Just to get, all that physical attack nodes, and then for Mewtwo, right, you could snatch that +6 attack from it as well, assuming Bryson hasn't already hazed the whole stage, which is generally what people do if they're not playing on auto, right? Just get like huge sync move in there, and just do as much damage as you can with that sync move. So generally you would want your Grimsley in like your second slot, just so it doesn't die out there. Yeah, and you use your sync move when it's time, right? You snatch their moves, because Grimsley's sync move, if your opponent has no stats raised, which again you could just take that away with snatch, it raises the power of the move increases. Card Shark Night Slash, which is an awesome name for a sync move, by the way. So you just do a bunch of damage on. Like, this is basically your only place like to use this whole like function anyways, is against this Mewtwo thing. But honestly, the time you spent maxing out Grimsley's Syng Grid, you probably completed Mewtwo's event like 7 times over anyways. So unless like you pre-farm Grimsley's Grid, which I did tell some folks to do, right? Because if you do want to get Mewtwo farmed up quickly, with Grimsley's sync move is just a huge nuke against Mewtwo, right? But other than that, there's really no point in doing Grimsley's Grid, honestly. If you got like more grids you still have left to do, just go do them instead. So anyways, that's it for this one. Hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Like you enjoyed this video, subscribe to the channel for some more Pokemon Masters content. I will be streaming more Pokemon Mystery Dungeon later today as well, so tune in to that if you guys have time. So, well, I'll see you then.